With all that's going on in the world, it's nice to see that work is continuing on the new roller coaster being built at Islands of Adventure. The new thrill ride, referred to by many as the Velocicoaster, will feature high speeds, inversions, and 2 coaster launches. Recently, our good friend BioReconstruct on Twitter took to the skies over a mostly empty Universal Orlando to take aerial photography of the construction. We can see new footers for the roller coaster, new structures and walls going up, and most exciting of all, the first pieces of track have been installed. Let's take a closer look around the site and discuss some of the new rumors for the coaster as well. Let's start with a quick check-in on another project going on at Jurassic Park, the new permanent location of the Raptor encounter, which was evicted from its original location to help make way for the new coaster. Once open, the new Raptor encounter location will replace the temporary one that's set up on the other side of Pizza Predatoria. The first foundations have been poured, which is where guests will have their photos taken in front of the Raptor. The border outline for the actual Raptor pen has also been installed. Just like the original Raptor encounter, electric fences will be added to these bases. Below the Raptor encounter area appears to be a new section of extended queue that connects to the queue for the Jurassic Park River Adventure. It's possible that this new section of queue could allow guests waiting in line for the River Adventure to get a view of the Raptor as they pass by. It's also possible that part of this section of queue could be utilized by the Raptor encounter itself if the line for the meet and greet was to get too long. Heading back to the coaster, let's take a look at what's new around the area since our last update, and how things might look once it's complete. Here's a reminder of what the entire area should look like when it's done. This is the track layout as it was proposed in permits with the county. The green area will be the queue and load areas. The gray areas will be the walkways and an extended waterfront area, which can already be seen taking shape on the ground. Here's a quick overlay of the proposed track layout onto a recent aerial photo. It's by no means exact, as it's only a 2D image laid on top of a 3D photo, but it gives you an idea of where the track will be placed. Once we start seeing supports installed, it'll be easier to create a more accurate representation. And here's a closer look at the waterfront area and how it has been reshaped to match the plans. The arrows are pointing to new footers that were recently installed. More footers are being created near the bypass bridge on the right. The area in the box has been drained to create new footers. Inside, rounded forms are being created over pilings that will soon be poured with concrete. Additional footer foundations are also being poured on land, including this section located in front of the Discovery Center. Moving on to where most of the action has been lately, the former Triceratops encounter plot. This is where they're building the queue, load and unload area, and a large portion of the new attraction. It's also where the first pieces of track have been installed. The arrow in this photo shows the direction the coaster trains will be traveling as they make their way down the second and largest launch. Passing through a tunnel and picking up speed, the trains will then fly upward into a top hat maneuver after exiting the tunnel over the lagoon. Since the second half of this tunnel will be enclosed, the track for that section was the first to be installed. You can see the section of track that was installed is covered to help protect it while work is ongoing. Below the installed track are several additional supports that have also been installed, wrapped in blue plastic. A temporary work bridge has been added over the end of the launch tunnel so workers can move between the two areas. Off to the side of the massive launch tunnel, the foundation for the floor of what will become the maintenance bay has been poured. You can see rows of what will become footers for the coaster tracks inside the maintenance area, so multiple trains can be stored inside. Around the perimeter of the maintenance area will be the conclusion to the ride, taking riders on one last U-turn before it ends. You may have noticed the tall tower that has been constructed in the area. In our last rumor video, we discussed how this attraction may be themed as an InGen Raptor research facility. It is believed that this tower will be part of the theming as a game warden tower, and will be visible from the ride. It may also serve a practical purpose as well, perhaps housing a staircase inside. Near the tower, walls have started to go up for what will make up the main structure for the attraction. This structure will house the majority of the queue and the load-unload station. Workers can be seen pouring concrete forms to create these massive walls between the coaster and the side of the Discovery Center. This image shows a possible configuration for the queue building and other structures. The track is not included. Green represents the main structure, with the queue and load-unload platform, while the orange sections are possible themed tunnels. These tunnels will be for transitioning in and out of the Raptor paddock area on the ride. All of this area will be surrounded by electric fences. On the ride, you will be launched into the paddock, and then launched out of the paddock when you head out to the lagoon. After the coaster sections in front of the Discovery Center and over the lagoon, you will return through one final tunnel before the ride ends. Here you can see work going on for the foundation of the structure for Scene 1. It is not yet known what will take place in this scene, but we suspect it may have something to do with us heading towards the Raptor paddock area, and in true Universal fashion, something goes wrong. Next thing you know, we're launched into the paddock and trapped inside with the Raptors. Before we go, here's a recent look at the roller coaster track, staged off-site on Universal Orlando's southern property near the future site of Epic Universe. Hopefully, we'll start to see more of this track leave here and be installed at Islands of Adventure. While the parks are currently closed as a precautionary measure, it does appear that at least some construction for the Jurassic coaster is still going on. The plan was to open this new roller coaster sometime next year, but there's no telling what may happen now given the current situation. A big thank you to BioReconstruct for the amazing aerial and on-the-ground photography. Do yourself a favor and subscribe to him on Twitter for incredible theme park photos. Stay tuned for continuing coverage of this new attraction, and be sure to see our previous video for more details on possible theming for the coaster. And consider joining our Patreon for exclusive content and early releases. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there.